Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of I Am Latoya Renee. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, hey y'all, today is our week 8 GLP-1 update round 2.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
Guys, I have a lot to share with you guys, so much so that I have like notes. Y'all, usually when I record, I just talk, and maybe that's not the best method, but that's how I roll. But today I have notes because I don't want to miss a thing. So we'll see how long this video goes. Bear with me if it kind of extends longer than usual, but I've got some good little details, good little bits of information to share with y'all today. So let's hop right on into it. And I think I want to start with the biggest thing first, because I want to just go on ahead and get it out the way. I am not continuing my GLP-1 journey, and here is why. Guys, as I quickly approach being knee-deep into nursing school, clinicals and all, my budget is going to shift quite a bit. And when I start looking at things that I can eliminate out of my life, paying $300+ a month for weight loss medicine is at the top of the list of things that can go. So we are going to let it go. Another reason, though, why I feel comfortable doing this is because I don't really feel the things that I was feeling before on this medication. You know, I don't really feel the appetite suppression like I did on Wegovy. I'm just not even, it almost doesn't even feel like I'm taking anything, if you will. And quite honestly, I've started training with a trainer, which, by the way, is far cheaper than buying this medicine. And she's really equipping me with the tools that I need, I feel like, to keep the weight off. She's really pushing me. And so I am really, really hoping that getting off this medication and just relying on good eating habits and exercising routinely, that those things keep any excess weight that I'm trying to keep away off. I think that it's time for me to do the bulk of the work on my own. And so we are ending the GLP-1 journey just like we did back in May. I mean, I stopped in May and resumed closer to fall. But I think for real this time I'm done with the injections. I think I was nervous and a little anxious in the summer because I started seeing the weight climb back up and didn't exactly feel like I had all the tools in my toolkit to keep it off. And so that's why I hopped back on GLP-1s for the second time. But now I feel better equipped, and yeah, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I'm going to continue to document my journey, though, of weight loss, and not even just weight loss, hitting goals, fitness goals. Obviously, there's a little bit more excess fat that I would like to lose, not much, but a little bit, that my trainer's confident we can tackle. But I think between she and I think both of our goals are to see my muscle mass increase and for my muscles to be more present without flexing. And things are really shifting, especially over this last month. I've been with her a month now. My quads are definitely more defined. I feel like my biceps are more defined. And my endurance, my cardio, and even my core strength, surprisingly in a month, have improved. And so I think that she might have been the missing piece to the puzzle. And so yeah, we're gonna stop the GLP-1 meds. I did not go pick up my latest prescription, if you will. It's not a prescription, but I didn't pick up my compounded semaglutide when I was supposed to. I canceled the appointment. I'm not going back. Bye-bye GLP-1 meds, and back to relying solely on Latoya and Latoya's good habits. So this will be fun and interesting. Now, as I mentioned before, I've been working with a trainer for the past month, on average 2 days a week. I think 1 week I saw her 3 days, but on average 2 days a week. And our sessions they're not an hour, they're more like I say an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and we really get it in. She has really pushed me in ways that I haven't been pushed before, particularly from a weight lifting standpoint. I think I mentioned a few videos ago, maybe it was a short, that I was doing 300-pound leg presses. Never would I have ever envisioned or imagined that I would do 300-pound leg presses, but I was doing it. Not with ease, obviously, but able to do it and without hurting myself and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So she's really been pushing me to do things, and it's really started transforming my body already in a month's time, and we have the data to prove it. So I'm going to share with you some of the data that we were able to collect. My gym has this machine. It's called, I think it's Evolt something. It's an Evolt body scan, and it tracks a lot of the things that I've been tracking on my Renpho scale, but to another level. And it also has me thinking that I need to recalibrate my Renpho body scale, or my scale at my house, because there is a little bit of discrepancy there. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you what the Evolt scan told us a couple of days ago. The first thing it told me is that I am actually 10 pounds lighter than I've been thinking. So at home, my scale says 168, and my gym, it says I'm 158. So yeah, 10-pound difference. According to my trainer, she is pretty convinced that I am in the 158 range. But she thinks that perhaps my scale needs to be recalibrated at home. Visually, she thinks that I'm closer to 158. Because I was doubting. I was like, there's no way my scale says this. I've been going off of this, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, there's no way that you're what it says. So, and when I think about the size clothing that I'm wearing and my measurements, I think the Evolt scale might be right. So it currently says that I am 158 pounds. And just to remind the guys that have been here, and then also inform those that are new here, I am 5 feet 9 inches tall. So you can keep that in mind. The scale told me that I am optimal in almost every area. And the areas more specifically that it referred to are lean body mass, protein, total body water, body fat mass, total body fat percentage, skeletal muscle mass, and visceral fat level. I want to go back to visceral fat level and total body percentage specifically, because those numbers stood out to me. So as far as my visceral fat level percentage is concerned, I'm currently sitting at a 5. I have to go back in my thoughts. I can't remember. I feel like my visceral fat level was like 11, maybe even 13 at the beginning of my weight loss journey. And now it is saying I am 5, which is optimal. So that is encouraging. That's the fat that you can pinch, and that's the fat around your organs. So this is exactly where I want to be. And as far as total body fat percentage is concerned, I'm currently sitting at 25.9% body fat. So yay. When I began my journey, I know for sure what I was. I was 35% body fat. I remember that very clearly, very vividly. And especially since that was, I think, the criteria point, or close to the criteria point, to be able to be a candidate for Wegovy when I started it. I was 35. So now I'm almost 10 percentage points below where I started. So no denying the improvements, that's for sure. According to the Evolt body scan, they have like a metric, I think it's called BWI, which stands for Body Wellness Index. And according to their index, I am measuring 7.9. So 7.9 out of 10 as far as my overall wellness, my total wellness, which is really encouraging. I have no clue what I was in the beginning, but I think that pretty much 8 out of 10 is pretty good, considering where I started, where I'm currently at, and how I currently feel. So I'm encouraged by that. Now, after we did the Evolt body scan, my trainer did physically measure me throughout. Obviously, when I've measured myself before, it's been, you know, me in my bathroom kind of thing. So it was nice having someone who, you know, was professional to measure me. Unfortunately, I cannot get her measurements that she sent me. I can't open the link for whatever reason, so I don't have those for you guys. I just have what's in my memory here. I do remember for certain one particular measurement, and that is that I have lost an entire inch. No, I remember two particular things. I've lost an entire inch around my bust, and I have lost an entire inch around my waist. And that is all within the 1 month that I have been training with my trainer. In addition to that, when I started with my trainer, my biceps were about a ½ inch difference in circumference. They are now equal. And my calves were actually about an inch different, and they are now a ½ inch apart. I think, did I tell y'all? I don't know if I told y'all. I might be telling y'all now. Y'all, I have an injury to my left hip now. I've had surgery on my right hip before, but because I tore my labrum, but now my left labrum is torn, and we are trying to keep surgery at bay. And so naturally, because of the pain and things, I am likely babying the left side of my body more than the right side because of the injury. And so it's highly likely that that's why there was a difference in the size of, you know, say my left calf versus my right calf, and my left bicep versus my right bicep. So with that being said, my calves were about an inch apart in size, and now they're about a ½ inch apart in size. We've been able to build up that muscle in that left calf, and so that's good because we want to be even throughout our bodies. Dang, I can't remember if I told y'all about my labrum. Please don't worry, guys, though. I'm not worried. The pain that I'm feeling in that hip is nothing like the pain that I felt in the hip that I had surgery on almost 2 years ago. However, from a radiological standpoint, it does look worse. Not the tear itself, but just other issues that are happening in my hips. And so that is something we're watching, and I actually go back and see my orthopedic surgeon next week, I think. But the actual tear itself is not as bad as my other hip was, and the pain is not as bad, but it definitely, you know, makes me pause when I'm doing things. So don't worry about that. We'll put that in our back of our noggin here. We're not worried about that. We're here about weight loss and all the things, physical fitness. So my measurements are improving. A lot of good things I feel like has happened in the month that I've been with my trainer. I have reduced my Coke intake. Let me clarify. I have reduced my Coca-Cola intake, my red can intake. Y'all been here a while. Y'all know that is my addiction. I am not someone who drinks alcohol in excess. I'm not someone who eats, you know, chips, cakes, cookies, pies. I really don't eat any of that, guys. I have a problem with Coke. And obviously Coke is full of sugar and it's not good for you. And so I have reduced my intake a little bit. I have made the conscious effort, like, to, instead of going straight to a Coke, because a lot of times Coke isn't even because I'm thirsty. It's just like satisfaction and comfort. So instead I've like started replacing it with like a smoothie or something like that at least has some protein and some nutritional content to it. That's been helpful. Sometimes that's become a little more pricey because I have gone for convenience you know, sometimes with doing that. So going to a store and purchasing it, but I feel like that's probably been helpful too in the results that I've seen over the last month. I think between everything has kind of worked together for my good. And now I don't want to say I'm not craving Coke, because I am, but it's not like every time I'm alone in my thoughts I want a Coke. It's not like that, you know what I mean? So that's encouraging and good. So some of the key takeaways of this video is I won't be taking GLP-1 meds anymore. According to my gym in their Evolt scan, I am 10 pounds lighter than I thought I was. I'm 158.6. Yeah, 0.6. I've lost an inch off my waist, an inch off my bust. Oh, and a point to add, just to make this a more well-rounded, clear and concise video is, you know, a lot of people wonder what size clothing I'm currently in. As far as a top is concerned, well, okay, y'all, so I live in scrubs and I live in workout clothes, so we're gonna separate the two. So as far as the scrubs that I wear a small top and a medium tall bottom. For workout clothes though, I'm in more of a medium top and a large bottom. So I hope that is helpful. I do not know my dress size because, quite honestly, I haven't worn anything that had a real size in a while. I think the last time I wore something that had a real size, I was an 8. And that was a while ago. Had to be an event. Yes, I went to a Jeezy concert. And I think my dress was like an 8. But that was in the summer. So I don't have an updated number for you there. But hopefully that data I just gave you is helpful. When you're looking and comparing, you know, and just thinking about yourself and what you look like and what your physique is like, and comparing it to, you know, I know some people are looking at, oh, I could potentially end up looking like her, or things like that. You know, I know people look at content for various reasons, and so just to give y'all a more well-rounded idea of who you're viewing, those are the numbers. 5'9", 158 pounds, small, medium in work clothes, medium, large in workout clothes. So yeah. Anyway, if you like the content that I'm offering to you, I want you to make sure that you hit the like button as well as the subscribe button, so that when new content does post, you are one of the first people to see it. It also helps this channel grow, guys. I, of course, will be bringing you brand new content here very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I love each and every one of you guys. Bye.